Alright everyone, this marks the start of a new week in Grand Cross Global, and I wanted to share with you guys 3 big warnings here about some of the new stuff that was added to the game. So let's start off here with number 1, and that has to do with the new banners. So the new unit, of course, is Green Giant Deanne, but now that the maintenance is complete and the servers are live, you can actually take a look at the other units that are in her banner besides Green Giant Deanne herself. And if we take a look here, she's got the typical 0.5% rate up, but the other units, the other SSRs, there's not really anybody super noteworthy here. I want to say it's the exact same list, if not very similar, to the Red Escanor banner. And, you know, this is really good news for free-to-play players because I mentioned in the last video that for me, the deciding factor, and I'm a spending player, but I'm not like a hyper whale or anything like that, would be what the other units on the banner are. I might have done one rotation if there were some other good units here, but the fact that it's pretty lackluster, this is even more reason to skip out. So, you know, I'll say unless Green Deanne, Deanne in general is just your favorite character and you absolutely have to have Green Giant Deanne, or you're just a massive whale and gems don't really mean much to you, this banner, you could confidently feel good about skipping out on it and not really missing a whole lot. She should also be available in the Part 1 summons as well, and Part 1 tickets are a lot more common than Part 2 tickets. So eventually, even if you don't summon on her banner, you should actually be able to pretty easily get a copy of her in the future. So that's a little bit of a warning there. If you guys were still considering spending gems, now's even more of a reason for a lot of people not to. Now let's move on to number 2 in the list, and this has to do with another one of the new events that we actually got. And if you actually go to the exchange shop, you'll see here we've got Power Up Exchange, and we've also got the Limit Break Material Exchange here at the very top. Now this is new, and what you can do now is you can actually exchange Limit Break materials for other Limit Break materials depending on what you need. However, there are daily limits here. There's a total limit of 30, there's a daily limit of 10, and on top of that, you have to pay the price of 2 to 1. So, you know, if you want, say, Crimson materials, right, you have to actually pay 2 materials of the kind that you don't want in order to get one of the material that you do want. So that's a pretty hefty price in addition to having the limits that it has. So, you know, be careful about that. If you guys are, you know, want to do it, I'm not going to stop you or anything like that. I think if it's okay if you need like 1 or 2 materials to finish a limit break and you don't want to do another deathmatch, that's fine. But I probably wouldn't go too crazy on, you know, using this too much because you lose out a lot of materials. Now, if you have a whole lot of materials of one kind or 2 kinds, but you feel really short of another, you know, that's probably the situation that a lot of people might feel like they're in when it comes to that exchange event. But I'll offer you guys another solution here. This is the one that I personally prefer to do, and it has to do with the Deathmatch Food that you can actually get in the Knighthood. And when I find myself to be really short on one specific boss material, what I will actually do is I'll go to the Knighthood shop and I will buy the Deathmatch Food. It's available at the level 4 here. You've got the Strawberry Parfait, which is for Red Demon. You've got the Chocolate Parfait, which is for the Gray Demon. And you've got the Mango Parfait, which is for the Crimson Demon. And what it does is it doubles the amount of materials that you actually get. It is 30 coins each, so that's, you know, that's a price to consider right there. But doubling the materials that you get, what it'll allow you to do is over time, by using these foods on the deathmatch that you feel like you're the shortest on, it'll allow you to slowly catch up, if that makes sense. So you don't have to go crazy. This is not the kind of stuff that I would like buy every single day. Just when you're really, really short and you want to, you know, catch up and kind of even out your boss materials a little bit more, because eventually to take somebody from 60 up to 80, you're going to need 50 of each of the deathmatch materials. So, you know, getting roughly an even amount of all of them is kind of like the overall goal, if that makes sense. So that's warning number 2 about that event. And now warning number 3 has to do with the Hammer Success event that we got. Now, I was really excited about this because I thought there was a good chance that it would run similar to the JP version of the event. But I did mention in the video, as a disclaimer, of course, and this is always true, always bound to happen, is that Global is not JP. We have not done things the same way, and I think Netmarble has made this very, very clear, and that's why I said that disclaimer, is because we've seen it before, and we are seeing it again here, is unfortunately the Hammer event that we actually have here on Global does not actually include the additional appearance rate of more hammers, awakening stones, and SSR equipment in the gear gacha. So originally, That's what I was saving up some gold for. I was going to go crazy and spend a bunch of gold today. However, if you guys were thinking of doing that, you definitely want to reconsider, because if you actually go to the rates of everything, it's all still the same. Chances of hammers are still the same, awakening stones are still the same, and all the SSR gear is still the same. So this is not the time to go crazy on your gold. And if you guys are wondering when you want to go crazy on your gold, I think right now the best choice would probably be to wait until we have another salvage event, because then all the equipment that you actually get from the gear gacha, you're not really going to have the room to save it, and then you could just salvage it right away and get those additional awakening materials. So that's probably the best option, unless we do get a version of this event in the future that is similar to JP. You do still have the 100% success rate using your hammers, so it's not a bad time to use your hammers right now. But if you were going to go crazy spending gold on the equipment draw, you aren't getting those benefits, so definitely want to reconsider that. So those are the 3 warnings that I wanted to give you guys for the start of this week. I wanted to get this out there as soon as possible, of course, so I hope that you guys enjoyed and were able to use these benefits and use this warning to your advantage. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to help out, leaving a quick like only takes about a quarter of a second. It means more than you can imagine, so a huge thank you to all of you who decide to do that. And more Grand Cross Global videos should be popping up on the screen right about now, or in the suggested videos to your right or below. Feel free to check them out, but if not, until next time, take care everyone. This is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.